folks, how to avoid burnout and stay motivated till CAT. And that's like a silver bullet type thing. There isn't one fix. I have motivation issues. I have attention span issues. I'm trying to get over them. Some of the tricks that have worked for me. I don't have these issues with CAT prep. That comes very happily for me. So I'm going to, with the focus on CAT prep, I'm going to say why I'm giving this caveat. I'm simply not that good at avoiding burnout or staying motivated. Right? But in this particular spell, very good. But what are you? First is to realize it. Sometimes you're so consumed in the act of solving more and reading more and puzzling more that you're doing more stuff but not necessarily getting better. And so there is no feedback that says you're getting better, and you're unwittingly you have a routine where you're going through the motions. There that little bit of jazz or fire or zest is not there. And so this feeling of fatigue. There's a thing of look, baad mein dekh lenge. I'll finish this and come back. Let me watch 2 videos on YouTube. Let me do 1 round of phone conversation. 10 minute mein 1 episode I'll see of something. Then that creeps in, that keeps increasing. And then when these 2 are there, this will come. You have not thrown everything. There's an element of guilt. There's an element of feeling overwhelmed. There's an element of the system is rigged. Jo bhi kare end mein to aayega nahi. All of those thoughts come in. First step is to kind of be aware that your emotional investment into this process has reached a point where there is an attendant fatigue or one type of ambient anxiety that is creeping into your preparation, and you have to recognize that. And the biggest manifestation is your number of hours you're thinking about just putting this, that doesn't come down. You're not doing other things very happily. Everything that you do slightly dull, and that can happen. So sometimes what you would have done in 2 hours of inspired preparation, you're spending 5 hours gritting through it. Sometimes the grit plays an important role, but you need to have those inspired spells. That's when you feel elevated and you feel like, look, I got this. So ho jayega mere se, I'll get 99.9. So you need to have that feeling. So identify this. These are general broad signs of burnout or your adrenaline getting buried by your anxiety in some form. You have to figure out a way to crack that puzzle. That solving this puzzle is as important as reading comprehension or logical reasoning. So take time out to think about it. Don't gloss over it. Don't not analyze it. And so chasing perfection, shift your goals. So it's very important. Lots of times we are governed by one end outcome, and that becomes overwhelmingly large. And then you start thinking, I'm Bangalore, hoga ya nahi, pata nahi, I don't know, I don't think whether I don't believe I can make it to IIM Bangalore, and IIM Bangalore kaisa hai, or such a good campus. Because IIM Bangalore as an idea features so much in your life that it is killing you. And so you have to figure out a way of saying, look, I'll enjoy the process, celebrate small wins, enjoy those rides on this journey, and not be consumed by one end outcome. Do not chase perfection. Don't be so cruel on myself for getting 3 things wrong. Sometimes you have to grit through days. Sometimes you need to figure out ways of being inspired. Any which way, chasing progress, chasing small increments, patting yourself on the back mildly for those small victories, they're important. And so celebrate small victories, chase progress. Right? This works magically for me. Sometimes I'm in a great mood. I'll take something that I've not grappled with or something that's my bugbear topic and go to very basics and attack it. Sometimes I'm not in a topicy mood, but I want to do tough questions. I'll just say, look, throw me questions and I'll have a crack at them. Sometimes I'm not uninspired. Then I'll do the thing that I have to grit through, where it just gives me grind, where I'm just doing 25 questions without getting out of bed, nothing delicious about them, but my mind is automating processes. And so mix and match this, mix and match verbal and LRDI and Quant, mix and match topics that you like, topics that you don't like, mix and match tough questions and simple questions, practice for flair, practice for grit, all of those, keep mixing them up. Sometimes routine helps, sometimes mixing up helps, sometimes keeping the mixing up as part of your routine really helps. And take short breaks. I've even sometimes suggested that our students take 48-hour breaks. So consumed by it, they're thinking cat for 6 months in a row. that you've not actually had a clean break at all. You finish a mock, you're looking to the next one. You finish that, you're analyzing it, and you're thinking, what can I do for the next one? Sometimes our mind just needs to step back in order to process. And we need to have an off season. You cannot be in season all the time. Every now and then you need to switch off and let your mind do the background processing. If it is given something at the foreground all the time, then it can't digest and consolidate ideas. You need lots of rest, good food, good sleep, and you need to step back. And so the other elements of your preparation, the non-academic elements of your preparation, become crucial whenever you're flirting with burnout, which is where this comes. Walk, stretch, breathe. We've specifically said light exercise. Sometimes sport is super useful, like badminton or football or cricket or tennis. Go for it. You should have that. You should include that. But don't do something hyper strenuous that in and of itself can consume you, and you're absolutely exhausted, and therefore you can't prepare. And you've signed up for this. You can't say 3 days a week I'll play 2 hours of intense tennis, after which I'll need to sleep for 3 hours and get myself hydrated. It doesn't work. Your fitness schedule has to be something that helps you focus better, not consumes time and energy in and of itself. And so find that balance. And so even bad days, you should fix a small target. That's important. Sometimes we just let ourselves slip. If you have a good minimum basic bar, I'll read a passage, I'll solve a puzzle, I'll do 6 questions no matter what. That really helps. So you've not turned up at 0. It's a psychologically important day to get something done in your bad day. Your belief, your confidence in gritting through things, that goes up. Remember why you started. So remember that you have if you're ambitious about it and you're grinding this, you're per se looking to improve yourself. That's something to feel nice about. Understand that the end outcome alone is not validation for this process. If you don't get into IIM Ahmedabad, there's no shame in it. Absolutely none. IIM Ahmedabad has an acceptance rate of 0.3%. How can you be harsh on yourself for not being among the top 0.2% of anything? And so don't get conditioned into defining this as success or failure. But remember why you started. Basically throwing your hat into the ring to say, look, I'm going to give myself a chance to come through on the other side and have a crack at this. And frame it like that, and then keep turning up. And the entire thing is going to be about turning up day after day, week after week, month after month, and giving it a go. If you on November 29th you feel like ups and downs, so they like in fight mara acha sai, you're good. And whether CAT goes well or not, you're going to come out better off for it. And so make sure that you can tell yourself that. It is not a perfect journey. It is not ideal. It is not like I made no mistakes. But whenever I got beaten up, I came back and put fight. I turned up day after day, week after week. If you can tell yourself that, then that's sufficient. Other things don't matter so much. Fine. So give yourself every chance of being in that position where you've said, look, I turned up day after day, week after week. Best wishes for you.